everyone, welcome back. Let's get into the Thursday action here in the MLB. We'll break down the June 19th Major League Baseball betting slate. I'll give you guys 4 best bets in this video, so make sure you all stick around to the end. Also, if you're new to TBM Sports, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. Completely free to do that. I expect to get over 200 likes in this video, and I hope you guys are all subscribed with that notification bell turned on, as we do give you guys free betting picks across all sports, basically, as we do have kind of an interesting segment of the betting calendar coming up, as tonight might be the last day for the NBA, as the Game 6 NBA Finals is underway. I'll have a video coming out a little bit later on with the picks for the Pacers Thunder Game 6 as well. But yeah, with the Stanley Cup concluding, it's pretty much just golf, baseball, and WNBA to kind of dabble into until we get into the football season that I know that you guys all are eagerly awaiting. But for me, guys, it's kind of a reprieve. It's a little bit of a vacation, so I don't really mind it, especially with the summer months. So let's enjoy it, and let's get into the bets. We'll talk about kind of what we're seeing yesterday. We'll do a quick recap, and let's look into Outlier, as I will break down the entire card and what we have going on in the MLB today. Okay, so quick recap. We did have a postponement in a lot of games yesterday. There has been weather impacting what we've seen in the MLB. Full disclosure, I did play the Tigers yesterday. That game will be postponed till today. We'll have a lot of great pitching matchups, as a lot of these games are setting up for a twin bill. I'll kind of get into that a little bit later on. We're expecting a lot of precipitation today. A lot of wind blowing out, a lot of wind blowing pretty much in general. So that's going to be something we're going to look into these handicaps. Yesterday's card, we did end up losing, having our streak come to an end. So no cash yesterday, 1 and 2 on the best bets. The bets that we did have, the Phillies cashed, but we did not get it done with the likes of the Giants and the Guardians game not going over the total. Also, the Mets losing 5-0 to the Braves, so we did not cover that run line as well. So that's kind of where we're going to look to bounce back, get a new streak going into the weekend. So let's talk about the Thursday best bets. And the first game we're going to look into is the Minnesota Twins and the Cincinnati Reds. Now, this game at face value probably won't go. Okay, we have a high chance of rain in Cincinnati. The wind is blowing dead out the left as we look at kind of what happened yesterday in this game. Okay, this was one where it only went 6 innings, okay, and we saw the likes of the Reds winning 4-2. Bailey O'Bear and Nick Lodolo went in action. Today, we get a little bit of a different matchup. We get Paddock going against Martinez. For me, guys, if this game does get played, I see this one going over the total. That's why you're seeing 9.5s on the board. I would lean towards the over. That's kind of where I'm at in this game. I just really, quite frankly, don't think that we're going to get this one in. If we look at kind of what's going on in the MLB, a lot of rain. We only have 16 games. A lot of these are makeups. We do get 2 makeups. So in a little shorter slate, Twins, Reds, I would go over if this one does get played. We have 12:40, a little getaway day, a day baseball going on. So they might sneak it in, may not, but if we were going to bet this game, I would lean towards the over. Next game, Rockies and Nationals, another one where I do want to kind of look into the over. Total set at 9.5. The only thing about this is the Nationals have not been hitting the baseball. Okay, collectively, yesterday we saw 15 hits, but we were only able to plate 4 runs. Okay, the Rockies, let's talk about them for a little bit. What a kind of stretch they've been on. Okay, this is a team that has only won 17 games on the season, and as you look at their last 5 games, they've won 4 straight. Okay, so the Nationals come into this game looking to avoid a 4-game sweep. Okay, but I do think this one sets up a little bit to the first 2 games that we did see, 10-6 and 6-4 respectively. I would go over once again with Rockies and Nationals. Not going to bet a side, but that's where I would lean for this 105 first pitch. Next game, the Yankees and the Angels. As we talk about this one a little bit, we do get Carlos Rodon going against Anderson for the Halos, and the Yankees have lost 3 straight to the Angels. Okay, so very interesting as we talk about kind of what they've seen. The Yankees also, they've dropped 6 straight. Their hitting woes are continuing. Potentially looking for Aaron Judge to bounce back, going against a lefty. 2-4 on the year, 4.44 ERA for Anderson. I could definitely see Aaron Judge getting it done in the total bases category. Also hits, runs, RBIs. I like him going over. And I love the Yankees in this spot. Okay, we're going to feature them in a money line parlay that we're going to couple with the first game of a makeup a little bit later on. I'll talk about that as we get into that game, but the Yankees will be a money line dance partner. We see them come in at minus 270 money line favorites. They've dropped 6 straight, so that's something you want to keep in mind. The Angels, they have covered the run line in 80% of their last 10 games. They've won 6 out of their last 10 straight up. The Angels are definitely live, but I don't think that we're going to see a 4-game sweep here. So we're going to lean into the Yankees pretty good here. I'll talk about that one as we get their dance partner a little later in this card. Cubs, Brewers, no play for me. Jameson Taillon going against the Brew Crew. You talk about this game at face value, minus 20 for the Cubs on a home day where they are going to be favorites. You want to talk about kind of what we have going on at Wrigley? Well, the wind's blowing out the left. Not as much as other stadiums. High chance of rain. It's going to be very humid across the board. Total set at 8 in Cubs, like I said, minus 120 favorites. I would lean Cubs and I would lean towards the over, but no official play. Cubs also kind of lead the MLB in run differential. So that's something to keep in mind as you look at the Cubs, maybe even dabbling into the minus 1.5 plus 170, dabble into the run line for the Cubs. But no play for me officially in this spot. All right, the next one that we're going to get into, this will be the dance partner as we talk about the Pittsburgh Pirates going on the road to face the Detroit Tigers. We gave it out yesterday. We're going to roll with it. We're going to roll a little differently here as we see the Tigers minus 325. This will be the first game of the twin bill, okay? Tarek Skubal is pitching in this spot, and as we look at it, guys, the wind's blowing dead out the center field, 13-mile-per-hour wind. I think that we potentially may not get this game in, so please keep that in mind. But we're going to take the Tigers here on the money line, back in Skubal, minus 325. We're going to couple that with the Yankees at minus 270. Little chalky money line parlay, but that will pay a minus 128 price. I think it's some good value here in this spot. So that'll be my first official play of the day, be Yankees and the Tigers, game 1, money line parlays for that spot, okay? Next game we're going to look into, this will be Cardinals and White Sox. As you talk about the White Sox here, they've dropped 6 straight, and the Cardinals have bounced back. I think it's a very cheap price for the Cardinals. I would lean to minus 144. Anything under $1.50, I would dabble into the direction of the Cardinals. This will be the first game between Eric Fedde and Burke. But as you look at kind of this doubleheader that we have set up here, the second game potentially does look like a spot where if the Cardinals do get game 1 backing Eric Fedde, I think that we could see a little bit lower of a total in game 2, and I would lean a little bit with that White Sox plus 1.5, but no official play in either of these games, okay? Next, let's go down the board a little bit. We will get to our next official play, Royals and Rangers. I think this is a good spot for the Rangers, okay? They lost yesterday. As we talk about kind of what happened in that game, the Rangers had 12 hits at home, only plated 3 runs, and that is something where Patrick Corbin was the loser in that matchup going against Bubic. But today, we get a little bit of a different matchup as we look for the Michael Wacha and Armstrong matchup, okay? I think this one sets up pretty decent for the Rangers. I look for them to kind of get the job done, a little zigzag. I'm going to take the Rangers here, minus 120 on the money line. That will be my next official play. Diamondbacks and Blue Jays, coin flip game, Gossman going against Nelson. We saw yesterday kind of a different kind of outcome where we looked into kind of the 8-1 outcome for the Blue Jays, right? Collectively, I think the Blue Jays and the Diamondbacks, 2 of the hardest teams in the MLB to handicap. The Blue Jays, surprisingly, 40-33 on the year. They're a couple moves away from the trade deadline that I think that could put them in a very decent spot, maybe to make a wild card run. But the Blue Jays looking for that success to continue at home. It's hard not to bet against the Blue Jays, but I do think this total is set a little too low. So for this game, I would lean towards the over 8.5. I think the Diamondbacks end up getting the job done, but I think that the Blue Jays continue their hitting onslaught. So let's look for that one to kind of shift shade in the direction of an over as we look at the total set 8.5 at -114. The over has hit in 3 of the last 3 games for the Blue Jays, and collectively 70% of the last 10 games for the Diamondbacks. They've seen their totals go over the 8.5. So I do like Diamondbacks Blue Jays going over, and that one came very close to making my card in today's card. Okay. Next game, Guardians and the Giants. Yesterday, I did like the Guardians a little bit, but I was on the over. Did not cash. 4-2 game. You know, you talk about kind of what we've seen with the bullpens. Both of these pens are very, very good. Okay. So once we get later in this game, it's very hard to plate runs. Total set at 7. You look at kind of where I like this game. I'm going to attack it from the prop perspective. I'm going to back Rafi Devers. Okay, so taking Rafi Devers, you could take in the over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, -105. That's what we're going to bet. That will be my official play. Also, I do not mind his total bases as we look at kind of what Devers has been able to do. You know, it's something where I think he breaks out going against the likes of Gavin Williams, 3.89 ERA, 5-3 on the year. Logan Webb's pitching, so I do like the Giants quite a bit, coming off of a loss with Webb on the mound. But we're going to back Rafi Devers here. Hits, runs, RBIs. We're going to go over 1.5 at a price of -105. All right. Next game, Phillies and Marlins. If you want to get behind the Phillies, once again, I don't mind that. -165 is that price. They are on the road. I would love if they were at home. That way I could take the Phillies to not bat in the 9th inning. But as we look at this game, we got a matchup between Christopher Sanchez and Edwin Cabrera. I think Sanchez rolls in the spot. The Marlins' woes continue, 29-43 on the year. So it's Phillies or nothing. I'm not going to lay the -1.5 at +105. I just don't think there's that much value in comparison to the -165. I know it's a lot of juice to lay for a big money line favorite, but if I was going to bet this game, I would be all over the Phillies continuing their winning success against the Marlins. Okay. Next game, we do get Clay Holmes going against Spencer Strider, Mets and Braves, playing at Truist Park. The wind will be blowing out. It'll be hot, humid. We do see a lot of run expectation. Yesterday, we were on the over. Yesterday we were on the Mets. The games before that, we were on the total going over. And I think that in this spot, we do see a little bit better of a performance from the Mets, right? After losing 5-0. For me, guys, going against Spencer Strider, I would be grabbing that plus money, +115. Look for the Mets to bounce back, but no official play. Orioles and Rays, next game. This is a no play for me as well. The Orioles and the Rays are very tough to handicap, right? The Orioles come into this contest 31-42 on the year. Rays 41-33. So the AL East is continuing to show a lot of strength, a lot of depth. Even the Red Sox, you talk about kind of where they're at. I know they moved Devers, but I just like the AL East. They got a lot of strong competitors coming out of that division. And in this game, the Rays, I think with Rasmussen pitching against Charlie Morton, I think this is something where you look at the Rays, a very good money line favorite here, -145. If I was going to bet this game, it would be Rays to not bat in the 9th inning, lowering that juice, and do like the Rays to get the job done. That's kind of where I'm going to be at, okay? The next official play that we will have, this will be between the Athletics and the Astros, right? Wind's blowing out. We are playing in Sacramento, that little stadium that they got up there. A lot of runs expected. And as we talk about this game, in both of their last 2 games, we've seen the total go over 10.5. Right now, you can find that there at +100. For me, guys, we're going to be backing this in the total alternate -115. We're going to take the over 10 runs expected. I think the Astros, they do hit the baseball right. We saw 20 hits, 11 runs yesterday. They're kicking the ball around. There was 3 errors combined in that game. Also, the Athletics have been hitting the baseball, 8 hits and 4 runs. As we look for Lopez and Gordon, I just think that we're going to get some runs here as well. So let's go over the total at 10, -115 as my last official play. Okay, and the last game on the card will be between the Padres and the Dodgers, right? Little NL West matchup as we see the likes of Yamamoto taking on Berger. This is one where the Dodgers, I know they won in extras. The Padres had that game pretty late, but Yamamoto, he's only 6-5 on the year. Keep that in mind. Low ERA, 2.64. For me, guys, I like the Dodgers. I like the Dodgers at home in this matchup. But it's just more so for me a coin flip as we talk about the Padres, right? They've lost their last 3 games. Dodgers have won 5 straight. 8 out of their last 10. The Dodgers continue to roll 46-29 on the year. They have bounced back nicely, but they've been doing it not scoring a lot of runs. So please keep that in mind. So for me in this spot, guys, I would lean Dodgers, but at a minus 250 price, there really is no way to bet this unless you're going to take the run line. I just don't trust them, and I'm not going to lay minus 125 to do so. Okay, so outside of that, guys, the only other game we didn't talk about was Paul Skeens in that second game going against the Pirates. Are going against the Tigers here, so we do get a twin bill that features Skewball and Skeens. Kind of wish they were going toe-to-toe, as I would love to bet that under, but I do see Skeens potentially losing again. 4-6 on the year, 1.78 ERA. If you wanted to kind of ride that fade train, you can see kind of where this number lines up at. You can find the Tigers plus 125 going against Skewball. I think there's some value in that, okay? Even the run line minus 140 with the total set at 7, I think that sets up pretty nicely. I am on the Tigers in game 1, backing Skewball. And in that second game, we'll see kind of how the first one plays out, but I don't really mind fading Skeens in this spot, looking for some plus money, okay? So that'll wrap it up, guys. That is my official plays. Those are my official plays, I should say. That is the full breakdown of the card. Quick recap, but first, if you are not subscribed to TBM Sports, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. We're going to do a Yankees-Tigers Game 1 moneyline parlay paying minus 128. We're going to take Rafi Devers over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs at minus 105. Also, Houston and the Athletics minus 115 over the total of 10. And we're going to take the Texas Rangers on the money line at minus 120. Okay, so that'll wrap it up. Good luck out there, guys. Enjoy it. Enjoy Game 6 in the NBA Finals. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Cheers.